Hello there, everybody. Robert Rose here on the road at Marketing Prof's B2B conference in Boston, and I hope you've all had a wonderful work week. So here we are, 45 days away from the end of the year, and 2025 is going to be here before we know it. And it comes with big changes to our government, our culture, and our businesses. And of course, that news continues to break every single day as we approach the end of the year. Winter is coming. However, depending on the marketing lens that you look through, well, it doesn't necessarily mean what you think it might. Predictions for business and marketing were already coming in fast and furious prior to last week's election, but new ones that have been modified are starting to come in now. But as we didn't learn last year, and the year before that, and the year before that, and by the way, the year before that, yes, we're really bad at predicting the future. But we're talking about this time, and at 2023, it was all about virtual reality, if you remember, augmented reality, and how it would finally take off in marketing, and that 2024 would be filled with agile marketers scrambling to drive innovative things in augmented and virtual reality to drive growth. And AI would also find its way with marketers, being so optimistic, in fact, about this new technology that it would drive rapid and exciting adoption of the technology throughout the enterprise. Yeah, that didn't turn out so well. Well, anyway, we thought brand safety also would be the story of 2024. And as it turns out, research firm Forrester now says that more than half, 53% of US B2C marketers, they're becoming less prudish about brand safety. So maybe, just maybe this year with something big and surprising and that so many people were surprised about, that we can see predictions are fun and they're engaging and they're what we do, of course, but let's just keep them all in perspective. So with all that said, let's look at what's coming up in 2025. If nothing else, you'll know that these are the things that won't actually happen next year. This is a few minutes of what's new in marketing that help you lead your business's strategy. Let's roll. Hello everybody, Robert Rose here with What's New in Marketing. I'm on the road this week here in Boston at Marketing Prof's B2B conference. And yes, this is What's New in Marketing, but most importantly, it's something important in marketing that we think may help you become a better leader. And if we can help you or your team become better marketers, let us know, won't you? That includes custom training, consultation, ongoing implementation of your content marketing program. Get on over to contentmarketinginstitute.com, fill out that form, and let's set up a Zoom call and talk about it. So, okay, let's look through the lens of the national election that we had here in the U.S. and perhaps lay a path for what we can expect from a content and marketing perspective in 2025. Here's one thing I'm pretty confident about. Marketers, brace yourselves. Yeah, the content road ahead, it looks to be wild and curvy. When it comes to what we're going to be talking about, next year, from a brand's perspective, I think the pressure is going to be renewed when it comes to cultural and social issues. Regardless of which side of the culture wars you or your brand sit on, creating belief and trust with your audience, it's going to be job number one, and it will require stepping out your normal, comfortable content box. Brands taking a stand is here to stay, adapting as the landscape shifts. Young people want to see brands that get their ideals, that figure out how businesses are really beginning to take a stand on things, and, the consumers understand that as well. In so many ways, marketers will be looking to create trusted moments instead of long-form narratives next year. Yeah, that may sound a little esoteric, I get it, but marketers are definitely going to be looking for ways to create those moments of surprise, delight, value, rather than taking the time to build momentum on a long-form story or narrative. That may or may not work in their favor, by the way. Trust is likely to sink even lower, if that's even possible, by the way. So watch for Edelman's Trust Barometer in the new part of the year to really show a decrease across mainstream media and government. We'll see where nonprofits and for-profit businesses fare in 2025, but they may be the only two institutions that move in a positive way for developing trust. What does that mean? It means opportunity for those of us in business and nonprofit. It means podcasts over broadcast and cable TV. It means content designed for social media instead for long-form downloadable PDFs. It means paid media goes even more digital and marketers care a lot less about brand safety on social media platforms as the platforms themselves become less trusted than the brands that are there. From a social media perspective, this is good for platforms like TikTok, for example. If you were wondering whether TikTok is going away before making an investment there, it's probably a safe bet now that you can start making some investment there for your marketing plans. On the tech front, AI continues to get boosted and regulations from technology, they may be lagging. Don't be expecting any short-term clarity on things like copyright infringement or regulation on where and how and where AI content will be used. And finally, what about M&A? Well, in the marketing and content space, it should be interesting. I mean, we will almost certainly see a flurry of new AI-oriented marketing tools enter the space. And additionally, we should see the emergence of more and more marketing agent types of marketing tools that will promise to do everything from automate your customer emails to handle drip campaigns to be automated media buying, but fueled by a frothy venture market, which will start to see the astronomical rise of cryptocurrency as a fund. Now, I wouldn't rule out the return also of NFTs and other types of blockchain marketing solutions as the startup world and money return to a lot of things, well, that may have been put on the back burner over the last couple of years, but now will come to the forefront. In short, as we wait and see how, or really if, any of these dynamics play out, one thing's for certain. Marketing leaders now more than ever are navigating a whole bunch. So hold tight. It's going to be a bumpy ride. And the one thing I really want to be true, I really wish to be true as we come into this new year, government and the new economy, is that we make a return to investing in the increasing value of our teams. Time, training, wisdom, building the institutional value of our marketing teams and the people in them. The risk of all these predictions is that the decisions made continually decrease our human-oriented marketing, the art, in favor of the automation and managing the mundane. AI and automation never swings for the fences with imaginary creative. And in the coming year, I guarantee you only one prediction that I know will come true. We've got to be wiser, we've got to be more creative, and we've got to be more empathetic than we've ever been. As the famous quote says, the only way to predict the future is to actually create it. It's up to us to make it what we want it to be. And that's a few minutes of what's new in marketing. If we can help you think about through some of these issues, well, won't you reach out? We can help. In the meantime, remember, it's your story to tell. Take the time to check in with that Magic 8 Ball, and then make sure you tell it well. I'll see you next week.